Hooray! 8 years of playing this game. Oh god, it's so nice. This is what, a little over a month ago? Keepy. Alrighty, Rising Calm. Keepy Jackia is looking around in consternation. Alrighty. And we got a an umbrella and more fireworks. Sick. Axel, what an astonishing coincidence. What do you mean? Who am I? I'm Kippy Jackia, the reporter for the Raven. You helped me investigate that visitor from another world, remember? Anyway, this is perfect. I could use your assistance with another story, assuming you have the time, that is. So here's the thing. Just recently, an unusual visitor cut through Gridania's markets like a scythe, in a frenzy to purchase every Nemea lily available, and I mean all of them. For what purpose, I hear you ask? Well, my friend, I sense the answer to that question will provide you the basis for my next scoop. So I did some nosing around. No one I talked to could put a name to our mysterious flower fancier, but by all accounts, he and his cargo hold of lilies had departed for Ulda. Oh god. Not wanting to trail to grow cold, I quickly grabbed my quill and notepad and boarded an airship myself. And was quickly reminded of how hard it is to chase a story in unfamiliar territory. You know this town and its people well enough though, don't you? What say you to lending a hand to my investigative efforts? I'd be happy to. I suppose you need a guide. Wonderful. And we've no time to lose. First things first, we need to pay a visit to the nearest drinking establishment. The local tavern is always the best place to pick up tidbits of gossip and rumor. Oh, not the quicksands! And off we go. My, those are some serious faces. What can I do for you this fine evening? Oh, playing reporter, are we? Sounds like fun. Let's hear your questions then. We're attempting to track down a particular someone who purchased a suspiciously large number of Nemea lilies in Gridania before transporting them here to Ulda. Any idea of who this person might be? We've more than our fair share of traders coming and going, and a large shipment arriving in the city is hardly a noteworthy occurrence. But now that you mention it, I do remember this Florid Mistro fellow who came in just the other day. Said he'd pulled in from Gridania and needed help hauling a hefty delivery to the Alchemist Guild. He's actually a familiar face in these parts. Never did get his name though, strangely enough. A nameless traveler arriving from Gridania with a sizable cargo to move. That sounds promising. Like I said, it was just a request to move cargo. Before you run off to a possible dead end with the alchemist, I suggest you fish for more information inside the quicksand. After all, where else can you find so many gossipy adventures crammed into one spot? That certainly makes sense. Between the two of us, however, I see no reason why we cannot do both. I shall stay here and interview the clientele, while you chase down our other lead at the Alchemist Guild. What do you think? Then that will be our plan. Once you've spoken with our potion mixers, make your way back here and we can discuss any new revelations. Hooray. I could have just taken this. My man. Ah, my little assistant. What brings you to the guild at this hour? Ha! As if I paid attention to the mundane concerns of timekeeping. Have you some stimulating morsel of esoteric wisdom to share? You brought questions for a tabloid piece. Think you that I, a thrall to academic extortion, have even a moment to spare on such trivialities? But just a moment. Perhaps there is a shred of scholarly value to this, after all. I vaguely recall the flamboyant character of from whom you speak, and his request to process a vast quantity of floral material. 'Tis laughable that I would undertake such a menial chore, of course, so I assigned the tasks to my subordinates. If you wish to discuss the tedious details, Dietrich is your man. Why I should be delighted to assist you. This is regarding that large delivery of Nemea lilies. Yes, the guild did accept the task involving said flowers as commissioned by a nomadic mistral gentleman. And though I cannot reveal the nature of what we produce, I can tell you that it shall be distributed amongst the populace as part of the events of the Rising. If you wish to know more, then might I suggest you speak to the gentleman himself? I was parched. Adventure, you're back. Did the alchemist offer up any new information? So to surmise, this famously unnamed minstrel of nomadic inclination commissioned the manufacture of some as yet unknown item to be handed out during the Rising. Oh, I hardly agree that we should speak with him directly, and as luck may have it, I've just discovered that he means to put on a performance at the Ruby Road Exchange. I think it's time for one of my patented on-the-spot interviews, don't you? If we hurry over, we can catch him before he takes the stage. No, there's a report here. Green sir, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but you are the famous wandering minstrel, aren't you not? I am indeed. And look whom you brought to see me. Was there aught I might do for you fine people? I've been following you, to be perfectly honest. I'm curious to learn more about the wagon load of lilies you turned over to the alchemists. Not to mention your plans to distribute the result of their work. Oh god. You followed me. But how did you... I mean, why would you? Ah, a writer for the Raven. That explains much. And did you also learn what I tasked the alchemist to create? Is the curl out of the bag for all to smell? No. We were hoping you might tell us. Good, then my surprise remains unspoiled. The plan, if you must know, is to hand out a bundle of, whoops, potpourri or whatever. As in flowers mixed with spices? The aromatic stuff you see in bowls on parlor tables and the like? The very same. Except my potpourri will... Oh jeez. Will delight the eyes as much as the nose. Thanks to the alchemical wizardry infused by my co-conspirators. Yet, even without such enhancements, the scent of Nemea lilies is known to promote calm and tranquility. The rising is a time of remembrance, of mourning. It is a time when sorrow can overwhelm folk who lost friends and loved ones in the seventh umbral calamity. It is my hope that the lily's gentle perfume will afford such burdened souls a modicum of peace during this oft times melancholy memorial. Oh my, what a genuinely lovely idea. Only just a moment we were making arrangements for a showcase of my humble talents, where I shall hand out potpourri bundles to the audience. Again, I am glad we meet ere you inadvertently spread word of our little surprise gift. I trust you now have sufficient details to write your article. Oh yes, I have plenty to work with. Thank you. Splendid. Now, since you joined the inner circle, so to speak, we must have you play a role in the performance. You needn't fret, so I merely wish for your assistance in passing out potpourri. I can supply the crowd at the show, but it would be most helpful if you might deliver bundles to some other part of town. Oh, we'd be happy to, and it can only help me flesh out the story. Let's head back to the quicksand adventure. We hand out bundles there, then we can be sure to cover folk from every corner of the city. We were low on helping hands, to tell the truth, so this worked out for the best. Please come and meet me at the Ruby Road Exchange once you've finished with your tasks. Let's get to work, shall we? What is it you're giving out there, adventurer? Oh, I know this scent. Nemea lilies? Yes? The flower is often placed on the graves of fallen, a practice with which I am, alas, intimately familiar. Why choose this particular bloom? Do I know this person? I see. Perhaps the perfume does remind one of the peace of repose rather than the violence which took our companions from us. It would seem the minstrel has given the matter some thought. For cardinal veterans such as myself, the season of the rising can be a torment, like the throbbing pain of an old wound. I will keep this bundle close. I think and breathe in its calm whenever I feel my thoughts turning grim. Oh, they're the quest giver to like the PvP frontlines thing and the hunt and stuff like that. Okay. God, I haven't seen that in like years. Keeping busy there, ain't you, Raxel? I know it's for the Rising and all, but it tickles me to see a hero of your stature handing out presents like a simple errand girl. Oh, you don't even know. I mean, ever since the first time we met, you've always been the type to lend aid where it's needed. And you haven't changed one bit. Makes me happy. It does. Not to mention a little misty-eyed. The good you've done for the folk will linger on, an unshakable foundation for your future. Keep going the way you're going, my friend, and we'll all be the better for it. Here, why don't you let me have whatever bundles you've got left, and I'll put them together with the ones I took from your reporter friend. If we leave a basket out on the guild counter, I guarantee they'll hand themselves out before the Rising is over. Mistress Momodi took a goodly amount off my hand, but I think we've done our fair share of work. We should go and see the minstrel and let him know we've completed our tasks. It makes me all happy inside, cause like I think like, oh man, I don't know, 8 years ago, I think it must have been like junior or sophomore year, but like I don't know, this is like almost like half my life now, maybe like a quarter of my life playing Final Fantasy 14, and like from like the beginning to like the end, and especially like this little like you know, like the Final Fantasy melody makes me so happy, because like I remember getting home from like school, and then like I didn't know how to play the game, but I don't know, just starting up the game, and you know, like the original title screen, the blue one, the bluish white one, and then hearing this, it's so nice. Right, guess it's time to see the little cutscene. The reporter and her most qualified assistant return. The performance went well, I must say, but what of your story research? Were the townsfolk willing to share any moving material? Yes, they were unexpectedly forthcoming. I was regaled with many an anecdote from those who lived through the calamity, and privileged to hear the treasured memories of those who did not. Back when the calamity was poised to strike, I had only just earned my reporter's quill. I was rushing around town, questioning adventurers and taking notes. But as Delmood descended ever lower, the streets erupted into chaos. It was then that I fled with my youngest brother to the border and relative safety. There, we were less prudent friends and colleagues who might still be here if they had done the same. In the years since, the world has risen from the ashes. I've done my best to rise along with it. There are things I cannot, nay, should not forget. Such are the thoughts which blossom in my mind when I breathe in that potpourri perfume. I've enjoyed our collaboration on this day adventure, and I shall attempt to write a piece that does it justice. What say you to Rising Calm as the title? How fitting. I look forward to reading it. I too sensed the stirring of a new composition, a hopeful burst dedicated the oh my god fuck dedicated to the continuous safe passage of those who yet ascend the path out of catastrophe and despair. Moon's haunted. Greetings, warrior of light. Yoshida-san! You needn't be alarmed. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. What a pleasure is it to meet you here again, Raxel. And what a privilege that your chosen trail should run alongside mine for so long. On a day such as today, I hope you will forgive me a brief bout of nostalgia. It has been a... Oh, fuck. It has been an entire decade since I first came to this world. I was a stranger here, a traveler in a troubled land, and a quest for its salvation consumed my every moment. Countless trials were met and overcome, and the world not only survived, it flourished. This victory we owe to those who preserved alongside us, to those who explored and nurtured and loved this realm as much as we. Yes, it is you of whom I speak, of your indomitable adventures. 10 years is a long time, yes, but for me, the number holds no special significance. Whew, oh god. It is simply a count of the passage of days. Success, however, would not have come without that accumulation of daily effort, and that is what makes it a milestone worth making. Thank you for staying the course with us with these many years. I will keep making plans for this world for the foreseeable future. It has become a part of my life, and to see it grow is an adventure in itself. Restwell, warrior of light, for grand convergence of events approaches. May the road upon which you... Oh, goddamn, dude. Until we meet again, my friend. What a moving rendition. And now I really must head home to write that article. You have my gratitude, Rexel. I would still be floundering in the street without your assistance. Until we meet again. What did she give me? A great many lives were lost in the flames of calamity, not to mention the chaos which followed. Yet it is the survivors who must face the challenges of living in this new era we have salvaged. To you, the champion and the vanguard of our efforts, I dedicate these verses. Sacred by the falling of fiery stars, the land is reborn with new life. Godslayer struck by the echoing roar, heavens ring with the promise of strife. Beast and man both seek freedom, or death and bloody inferno untamed. By unbroken hopes, from a sky long undimmed shall the darkness of Eld be reclaimed. A merciless gale of an unending road. If this be the path we're fated, then pray be our dawn in the rift betwixt worlds. Your soul's splendid light unabated. I really must apologize for pressing you into service for my potpourri scheme. I tend to consider adventurers as fellow wanderers and call upon the assistance of your kind with little reservation. As for the gifts themselves, there was another reason as to why I chose the Nemea lily. Traditionally, the bloom is said to represent a prayer for safe passage. The way ahead yet promises more hardship, and I wanted, at the very least, to wish you, all of you, the smoothest road for the coming journey. Oh, bro, I should not be so emotional right now. Oh dear. The Great Eight. Wait, this one? Whoops. Oh crap. Wait. No, wait. Wait, which one did I buy? Oh, it's this one. Okay, yeah. I need to buy a whole bunch of those. Yeah, look, Minfilia is even here. But yeah, buy a whole bunch of those. And just one of those. Alrighty. Well, oh, Look. Wandering Minstrel. Erozius survived the calamity and has effected the miraculous rebirth. 'Tis for all who struggle onwards, putting one foot in front of the other as they travel this unfamiliar and oft-even uneven path, that I dedicate this song of safe passage. Just playing that same one he usually plays. Alrighty. Do believe that is it. Oh man. Well, until next time, which is I don't know. I think it's the Final Fantasy 15 rerun. Can't wait for that. I recorded it last time, but I think I deleted it because I don't even remember why. I deleted it, but yeah, looking forward to that rerun, and then I don't know, it'd be the Christmas one, but not even that. I'm thinking of streaming the first couple of levels of the new expansion. Yeah, Endwalker. I can't wait. Guys. Oh well, until then, until next time, sorry for